join me in this class. That would be so fun. Okay, I am going to start. Let's see. Actually, on knees, I've got the jump board on. I've got a blue and a red spring, and we are going to be ready to go. So let me start my little timer. All right, let's actually start on our knees and go ahead and bring our hands into the straps. So start by sitting back onto your heels, and we're just gonna lift the hips and pull the arms back and then sit it back down. So there were a couple people in the last class. We just did a reformer burn and firm, so we're pretty warmed up for this class. Lift and lower. So just warming up just the spine here before we come into a lying position. Sometimes I like to just kind of wake up the back body and lift and press and lower. Let's take it for 3 more. Really open the fronts of the hips at the top, squeeze the glutes. And on this one, we hold. We're just gonna focus on tiny little presses back. And I don't want to let my arms come forward of my hips. That's it. Pull the belly button up and back, reaching the hands down towards the floor. I'm on a red and a blue spring for anyone who is just jumping in and joining. And we've got the jump board up because we're going to do a cardio class. All right, little change here. I'm going to reach my hands through. I'm going to hold onto the D-rings just above the loops. I'm going to sit my hips halfway back and lean my torso forward, bringing my elbows in line with my rib cage. I'm going to extend back into a tricep press and bend. That's it. Your core is your stability here, so make sure your core is engaged. Otherwise, you will pitch nose forward into that well in front of you. I'm on 1 blue and 1 red if you're just joining, and it's strong. Take it for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Last one. And sit it back. All right, let's go ahead and reach behind us, and let's drop the red spring. Let's actually drop the red spring. We're going to keep the blue spring. Stay on your heels, and I feel like with Instagram, I'm going to go out of the frame here. I want to walk back to my risers. I'm holding on to the top of my risers. Reaching away, ears are between the arms. Sorry guys, I know you can't see everything. I'm just gonna try and walk us through this, and I'm gonna lift the chest as I sit back towards my heels. And then I'm gonna reach long, and my ears come between my arms. I'm gonna sit back towards my heels, lifting the chest, and my arms are straight. So for those of you who can't see that, it looks like this. I'm here, and then I'm here with my hands on top of the risers. Here we go. Let's take it for 6 and 5 and 4. So it's a lot of heat into triceps, into the anterior serratus, into your shoulder stabilizers, the backs, the upper back is what I wanted to say. Last 2 and last 1. Slowly use your hands to walk along the frame and bring yourself back home. All right, we're going to come to our left elbow onto the headrest. Go ahead and walk that left hip down, and then I like to hold on to my front shoulder rest from the back with that left hand. I'm going to leave my bottom leg bent. We're on a blue here. Sorry guys. Let's reach down and add a red. So back to 1 red and 1 blue, and we're just gonna jump out and in here. Now when we're in a sideline position, it can be more challenging for the stability of the hip and the knee. You really want to think of this knee tracking straight forward and straight back. You want to prevent it from wanting to dip down and from wanting to go up. I've got two cameras to look at here. It's kind of funny, and they're in different spots. All right. Roll through your ankle, pointing the toe, and try not to sag into, whoops, this bottom shoulder, right? So you want to lift up and away. Good. Take it for 4 and 2, and then we externally rotate that leg. So I moved my toes to be up more towards the front top corner of the board. And now I can let that top hip roll back a little bit so I have space to come into that turnout. I'm still lifting from my bottom shoulder, not sagging down into it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come in, sit up for just enough time to take your blue spring off. Come right back down onto that elbow. Go right back into that parallel foot. Now we jump out and circle. It doesn't matter which direction you circle because we'll reverse the direction. I do want you to focus on the back part of your circle. Okay. Whew, I need to catch my breath. I need to use my breath for this, not just talking. All right. Hey guys, if you've just joined, we're doing a reformer cardio class. I threw it on Instagram Live real quick because we're having a few difficulties on our site. So join us. I'm jumping on 1 red spring. Reverse your circles. That's it. Really try and hit all of that circle. So don't let it be kind of a jig-jaggedy circle, but really try and get that leg around. That's it. Go for 3 more. 2. Last one. Go back into that turnout. Jumping out and in on that red. You're going to pull the knee in and catch your jump. That's it. Good. We can add the elbow to knee on the jump out. So my hand is now behind the head. You got it. Let's go for 6. I hope everyone's hip is burning and it's not just me. For 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Oh, go ahead and let that leg drop down. You can kind of hit it out. I don't know, but that kind of seems to help. Oh my goodness, that was great. Okay, so since we're still on this side, I would like to bring us up to our knees. So coming up to your knees, we're going to stay on that red, I like to put my headrest up to the top position. Left hand comes to the headrest. You're in a side kneeling position like you would be on the mat. You can hold on to this shoulder rest. Go ahead and straighten out just so you can feel what this feels like. Pressing your left hip forward, you're going to bend and jump. Make sure you keep your gaze on that board. Otherwise, it might be a little hard to coordinate the coming in of your jump. Get that leg straight. I was catching myself kind of letting it be floozy. Go for 8 here. And 7. And 6. I'm not going to have a glute med after this. And 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. Last one. Whew. All right. Turn to face your carriage here. Let's go ahead and keep it on that red spring. We're going to stay on the right leg. We're going to jump out and in. So just changing the focus a little bit gives us a break, but keeps our heart moving. You want to make sure that you're not pushing the carriage open with your left knee underneath you. So make sure that stays still and it's not moving forward or back underneath its hip. Hips are square to the carriage underneath you. Keep your collarbones nice and wide. Shoulders drawing down. Now on our jump out, we're going to give a little straight leg raise behind us, lifting it up from the fold of the glute towards the ceiling. We take it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I'm on one red spring if you've just joined, and 1. We're on the jump board. All right, we are going, obviously, we're going to reverse that. For the other legs, we're going to start here on the left leg. Go ahead and just jump out and in, just feeling that position. Try not to list over to your right hip, so really try to hold your body weight right down the center line of you. That's it. Full extension of the leg behind you. Breathing. How you guys doing? It is the most beautiful, glorious day here today. So I hope you guys can hear the birds because they are singing all about it. All right, little straight leg lift on that jump out behind us for 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in with control. Sorry, I'm going to have my back to you. I'm going to turn to face the wall, and I'm on my right side, and I'm just going to jump in and out, just finding first the position, feeling comfortable in it, right? Because you're kind of lifted there. Make sure your gaze, again, is back at your board, right? My leg is parallel for now. Try not to sit back into your right hip. So you're trying to press it forward. That's it. Opening turnout of the leg if you can. Little lift up on the jump out. Forgetting what we did on the other side. Jump. Little lift on the jump out. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in with control. All right, I'm going to lower my headrest down. We're going to come down onto our right elbow. Scooch that right hip down, and we are on the left leg. On this, we were on a red and a blue. So I'm going to pop up really quick, you guys, and I'm going to add a blue. So 1 red and 1 blue spring for line on your right side here. Go ahead and straighten out, and here we go. Jump in and out. Good. Just find your breath. You're probably not as breathy as me. I'm using breath for talking and jumping. Make sure you're not falling into that bottom shoulder. Good. In and out. Whew. My side on this side is already tired. I have no idea how. All right. Turn the leg out. Toes are up towards the front corner of the board. As you go in and out, articulate through that foot, pointing the toe as you launch off strong through the leg. Pull your kneecap up. 8, 7, 6. Enough to take off your blue spring. I think that's what we did on the other side. Okay. And we're gonna go out again. Here's where we're gonna do our little circle. Your just focus on making it as smooth and round as possible. That's it. Good, keep lifted from your underside. You're not caving into that bottom shoulder. See if you can draw your circle more towards the back than the front. So you can get into that glute. And reverse your circles. That's it. Try and make that leg strong as you're doing your circle so it's not floppy. Good. We'll go 4 more in this leg. Last one. Bring it all the way in. All right. Go ahead and come to seated. And let's turn around and do a couple jumps facing forward. So I am going to go back on 1 red and 1 blue spring. Scooch all the way down and then lie yourself down onto the carriage. Let's actually stay with our head, neck, and shoulders curled forward. Hands come behind the head. I like to place my shoulders against the blocks so that keeps me from kind of scooching backwards as I jump. So gaze is just over the tops of the knees. Careful not to close up the chin here to the chest. And we're just gonna jump out, feet in parallel, legs squeezing together for now. Good, so you're watching like above. So your gaze is actually not to your feet. If you want your gaze to be at your feet, you need to curl forward even more in the chest, not cranking the head, okay? That's it. Abs pull up and in on your jump out. As you go out, you're really lifting your kneecaps up, strong through the quads. That's it. We're gonna turn to first position here. Heels together, toes apart. And don't let the heels separate. As I told you that mine did. Good. Woo, so in class before, we did inner thighs for like 20 minutes. So this one is like, oh my word, such a killer. All right, I want you to jump parallel and wide. Yes. Good. I'm watching our time. We're gonna jump for 2 more minutes. That might seem like nothing, but it's a lot of jumping. Out and in. If I can do it, you guys can do it. All right, now we're gonna jump in together, parallel, out and apart. Staying in parallel, we jump wide and then together. If this is ever too tiring for your neck, you can put your head down and keep going. Good. That's it. We're all going to put the head down, and now you're going to keep your legs together and start to jump at random spots on the board. Try not to plan it in your head. Just let your body go. Switch up the direction. That's it. Really go all the way out. Fix my headrest here. Good. Now we're going to jump around the world. So we start at the top in parallel together. We jump to the right, like 3 o'clock. We jump down to the bottom at 6 o'clock. Over to 9 o'clock, up to 12 o'clock. Keep going clockwise. That's it. 1 more clockwise, and then we'll reverse it and go counterclockwise. All right, counterclockwise, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 10, 12. You got it. Keep going. Squeeze the backs of your legs on your jump out so you're not overloading the front of the legs. Last one here. All right. Jump just on your right leg. Do you like how I stopped? I did not mean to make that a full stop. Just the right leg. Hold the left leg in tabletop. Keep going, you guys. That was our timer. I'm just going to turn it off. You're jumping on the right leg. I promise I'm going to finish this with you. Here we go. Just the right leg. Take it for 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. 10 jumps. Left leg. This is the finish. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way in. All right, let's just straighten the legs out and just give your legs a little shake out here. So that's kind of a lot to rev up, and then to stop all at once is not the best thing to do. So here, flat feet onto your board, lift up onto your heels, and you can give a little push and a little push. It's like a little delicate feather jump, but my toes aren't really leaving the board. This is just to kind of keep the energy going, but also help slow things down. And now you can just bring it into like a running. So lifting one heel and then the other. Your feet are staying on the board, but we're just keeping a little bit of pace while trying to kind of slow things down as opposed to just sort of coming into a dead stop. That's a little rough. Okay. All right, let's bend all the way in. You're gonna lean around and come up. And let's go on to one red spring only, coming onto your knees. This is really just to help us cool down a little bit. We have finished the cardio part. Your feet go back against your shoulder rest. Sit back towards your heels. Hands are on your board and they're at like a 45 degree. Does everyone see that? Angle. I'm just going to push out, keeping my hips back over my heels. I'm just going to press all the way out, lowering the head in between the arms, and then just bend your arms and bringing the carriage in and push it back out and in and out. Just bringing the heartbeat back down to a normal pace. Extend the spine forward and back. Find your breath. And thank you guys for taking this class. Thanks for moving with me, you guys. If you liked this workout, give it a thumbs up as that helps out the channel, and don't forget to subscribe so you get a notification each time I upload a new video. If you're interested in more full-length workouts or live classes each week, come over to my website at goneadventuring.com. Join us. Let's do this together from home at any time, from anywhere. I'll see you soon. Bye.